In the bustling city of New York, where dreams are made and broken in the blink of an eye, lived a young woman named Emma. Emma had always been a dreamer. Growing up in a small town in Ohio, she had spent countless nights staring at the stars, imagining a life filled with excitement and adventure. After graduating from college, she moved to New York to pursue her passion for photography. She found a job as an assistant to a renowned fashion photographer, hoping to one day make a name for herself in the industry. Emma's life in the city was a whirlwind of photo shoots, late-night editing sessions, and fleeting moments of inspiration. Despite the constant hustle, she felt a void in her heart, a longing for something more. She had friends, but she often felt lonely in the crowded city. Her days were filled with work, but her nights were spent in solitude, dreaming of a love story that seemed to elude her. One crisp autumn morning, as Emma was sipping her coffee and preparing for a busy day, she received an email that would change her life. It was an invitation to a prestigious photography exhibition in Paris. Her boss, impressed with her dedication and talent, had recommended her for the event. Emma's heart raced with excitement. Paris, the city of lights, love, and endless possibilities. It was a dream come true. A few weeks later, Emma found herself on a flight to Paris, her camera bag slung over her shoulder and her heart full of anticipation. She had never been to Europe before, and the thought of exploring a new city and meeting fellow photographers filled her with exhilaration. As the plane descended over the city, she caught her first glimpse of the Eiffel Tower, and tears of joy welled up in her eyes. Emma arrived at her hotel, a charming boutique establishment nestled in the heart of Montmartre. The cobblestone streets, quaint cafes, and vibrant art scene made her feel like she had stepped into a different world. After settling into her room, she decided to take a walk and soak in the beauty of the city. She wandered aimlessly, her camera capturing the essence of Paris through her lens. As she strolled through the streets, she found herself in front of a small art gallery. Intrigued, she stepped inside. The gallery was filled with stunning photographs, each one telling a unique story. As she admired the artwork, she felt a presence beside her. "Beautiful, isn't it?" a voice said. Emma turned to see a man standing next to her, his eyes fixed on a black and white photograph of a Parisian street scene. He was tall, with dark hair and a charming smile that made her heart skip a beat. "Yes, it's breathtaking," Emma replied, smiling back. "I'm Lucas," the man said, extending his hand. "I'm one of the photographers featured in this exhibition." "Emma," she said, shaking his hand, "I'm here for the photography exhibition as well." They spent the next few hours talking about their shared passion for photography. Lucas was a local artist who had grown up in Paris. He knew the city like the back of his hand and offered to show Emma around. Over the next few days, they explored the city together, visiting iconic landmarks, hidden gems, and charming cafes. They shared stories, laughter, and moments of quiet reflection, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. One evening, as they watched the sunset from the steps of the Sacré-Cœur Basilica, Lucas turned to Emma with a serious expression. "Emma, there's something I need to tell you," he said, his voice tinged with sadness. Emma's heart sank. "What is it, Lucas?" "I'm leaving Paris," he said, his eyes filled with regret. "I've been offered a job in New York, and I can't turn it down. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity." Emma was stunned. The thought of Lucas leaving Paris, leaving her, was almost too much to bear. She had fallen in love with him, and the idea of being separated was heartbreaking. "When are you leaving?" she asked, trying to keep her voice steady. "In 2 weeks," Lucas replied. "I didn't want to tell you at first because I didn't want to ruin our time together, but I couldn't keep it from you any longer." Emma nodded, her heart heavy with sadness. "I understand. I'm happy for you, Lucas. You deserve this opportunity." Over the next 2 weeks, Emma and Lucas made the most of their remaining time together. They visited their favorite spots in the city, capturing memories with their cameras and in their hearts. They laughed, cried, and cherished every moment, knowing that their time together was fleeting. On Lucas's last night in Paris, they sat on the banks of the Seine River, the lights of the city reflecting on the water. Lucas took Emma's hand, his eyes filled with love and determination. "Emma, I don't want this to be the end," he said. "I want you to come with me to New York. We can build a life together. chase our dreams together. Emma's heart soared with hope. Lucas, I love you, but my life is here in Paris. My work, my dreams, they're all here. I understand, Lucas said, his voice choked with emotion. But I can't imagine my life without you. Please, think about it. Emma spent the night in turmoil, torn between her love for Lucas and her passion for photography. She had always dreamed of building a career in Paris, but the thought of being without Lucas was unbearable. As the sun rose over the city, she made her decision. The next morning, Emma stood with Lucas at the airport, her heart aching with the weight of her choice. Lucas, I love you more than words can say, she said, tears streaming down her face. But I can't leave Paris. It's my home, my inspiration. I hope you understand. Lucas nodded, his own eyes filled with tears. I understand, Emma. I'll never forget the time we spent together. I love you, and I always will. They shared a final, heartbreaking kiss before Lucas boarded his flight. Emma watched as the plane took off, her heart shattering with each passing moment. Back in Paris, Emma threw herself into her work, using her photography as an outlet for her pain. She captured the beauty and melancholy of the city, her photos reflecting the depth of her emotions. Her work gained recognition, and she was soon featured in several exhibitions, her dreams of becoming a renowned photographer coming true. Years passed, and Emma built a successful career in Paris. She traveled the world, capturing the essence of each place she visited. But no matter where she went, a part of her heart remained in Paris, with the memories of the love she had shared with Lucas. One summer evening, as Emma was preparing for a new exhibition, she received a letter. It was from Lucas. Her hands trembled as she opened it, her heart racing with anticipation. Dear Emma, I hope this letter finds you well. I've thought about you every day since we parted ways. I've built a life in New York, but there has always been a part of me that's missing. That part is you. I've been following your career, and I'm so proud of all that you've accomplished. Your photographs are as breathtaking as ever. I'll be in Paris next month for a business trip, and I would love to see you, to catch up and maybe to see if we can find a way to be together again. Please let me know if you'd like to meet. With all my love, Lucas. Emma's heart swelled with a mix of emotions. She had never stopped loving Lucas, and the thought of seeing him again filled her with hope and excitement. She quickly penned a reply, agreeing to meet him. A month later, Emma stood nervously at the same gallery where they had first met. The memories of their time together flooded back, and she felt a mix of anxiety and anticipation. Suddenly, she saw him. Lucas walked in, looking just as handsome as she remembered. Their eyes met, and it was as if no time had passed. Emma, Lucas said, his voice filled with emotion. Lucas, Emma replied, her heart racing. They embraced, the years of separation melting away. They spent the evening talking, reminiscing, and sharing their lives. Lucas had built a successful career in New York, but he confessed that he had never been truly happy without Emma. Emma, I never stopped loving you, Lucas said, taking her hand. I want to be with you. I'm willing to move back to Paris if it means we can be together. Emma's eyes filled with tears. Lucas, I love you too. I've always loved you, but I don't want you to give up your dreams for me. My dreams are wherever you are, Lucas said, his voice filled with determination. We can build a life together here in Paris. With tears of joy, Emma nodded. Yes, Lucas, let's do it. Let's build a life together. Lucas moved back to Paris, and they began their life together, chasing their dreams side by side. They traveled the world, capturing its beauty through their lenses, their love growing stronger with each passing day. They supported each other through every challenge and celebrated every success together. Their love story, filled with passion, resilience, and the enduring power of a heart that never gives up, became the inspiration for their work. They created a joint exhibition, Love in Focus, showcasing their journey through photographs. The exhibition was a huge success, touching the hearts of many and reminding them of the beauty of love and the power of perseverance. Years later, as they stood hand in hand, looking out over the city of Paris from their balcony, Emma and Lucas knew that their love story was far from over. They had faced challenges, made sacrifices, and endured heartache. But their love had only grown stronger. They had found their way back to each other, proving that true love can withstand any obstacle. Together, they continued to write their love story, one chapter at a time, knowing that their bond was unbreakable and their hearts forever entwined. And so, their story continued, a tale of love, resilience, and the enduring power of a heart that never gives up.